everyone was wrong about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's more and more obvious. Now, it was a very weird ending to that game, right? We gotta be real. It was a very weird ending to that game. But if y'all seen my video not last week, I really made the video on Saturday? I didn't make the video too long ago. If you seen that video, then you would know that I knew he was going to beat the Detroit Lions. I knew he was going to do them dusty, right? I explained why in that video. I had a lot of good points, and a lot of reasoning behind what I was saying, and obviously I was right. Patrick Mahomes, he's been looking like an MVP candidate. He's been looking like an MVP candidate. Obviously, he had four touchdowns, 257 passing yards, 3 passing TDs, and a rushing touchdown. I think he also had 32 rushing yards or something like that. So Patrick Mahomes looked very, very elite in that game that he has had against the Detroit Lions. And honestly, I don't really see anybody else in his way for MVP. Rashee Rice is coming back. I don't see us losing another game with Rice. Maybe we could lose to the Bills, but I just don't see much, I don't see much else coming this Chiefs team's way. I definitely see them winning a lot of games. Rashee Rice is going to be back, and it's going to be a very hard team to stop. It's going to be a very hard team to stop once Rashee Rice is back. So, but Mahomes, man, clean game. No turnovers. I knew he wasn't going to turn the ball over. Clean game, 4 touchdowns, easy money, Pat. 1.5K on the season with passing yards already. 11 passing TDs, 2 interceptions, 4 rushing touchdowns. He has the most total yards and most total touchdowns in the NFL. So Patrick Mahomes is looking very good, man. Very, very good. He's looking very, very good. And it's something spectacular to honestly see. I love it, man. Now, what happened at the end of the game, that was controversial. That was very controversial. Seeing that, I don't know. You could say that Brian Branch had a reason because of that block in the back. But at the end of the day, man, what Brian Branch did was just uncalled for, bro. I'm sorry. It's just straight up uncalled for. And it's you just can't be doing things like that, bro. You can't just be beating people up for no reason, bro. I understand you frustrated. I understand you lost. But to sit there and just start swinging on people, I don't understand. That's just weird. A lot of people are also saying that the refs was on our side because they said Jared Goff had a touchdown catch. Well, let me tell you something. Even if Jared Goff would have scored that touchdown, they still would have lost the game. They lost by 2 scores, bro. We did them bad, 30-17. We dominated them all game. We literally dominated them. We had our way with the Detroit Lions. Next week, we play the Las Vegas Raiders, and Rashee Rice should be back for that. Not should be. Rashee Rice will be back for that game, so that's also going to be something very, very good to see. But, yeah, man, we was coming off of an ugly loss in Jacksonville, so we needed this win. 30-17, it was comfortable. Obviously, we beat one of the best teams in the league, and we got back to 500 on the season, so we looking very, very good. The offense looked good. They look surgical, and like I said, they're going to get their best player back. The defense held Detroit to under 100 yards rushing, and they held them to 200 yards passing. Defense also got big stops that was ending drives, and, the defense was avoiding costly mistakes as the offense was as well. So it was a great Chiefs game. You can't really tell me anybody did bad. Everyone did pretty good in that game. Well, Harrison Butker, I don't know. I'm sorry to question him. JuJu Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown, they also had a good game that people overlook. Combined, they caught all 7 targets for 102 yards and 2 scores. Now, none of them is going to be the team's wide receiver 1. We already know that, especially with Rashee Rice returning next week. Their opportunities is going to go down, but they made big plays against the Lions. Brown had a 20-yard catch. Smith-Schuster grabbed a 30-yarder. Both are obviously reliable, efficient targets for Pat. And when Pat gets out the pocket, he knows he can rely on them. Chris Jones also had a very good game. Obviously, he didn't look too crazy, with the stats, but he is bringing pressure to the quarterback every play. Every time we got a big defensive stop, you seen that it was Chris Jones who was bringing pressure towards the quarterback. And Jones can literally get to a quarterback so quick and force them to make a throw that's going to end the drive. Another person that was very impressive was Jalen Moore. It's good to know that we have two great left tackles. Like, Josh Simmons, elite. But even when he's not playing due to personal matters, I pray for him. Jalen Moore is still out there looking very, very elite as well. And he looked very well. You know, he showed a lot of good things in run blocking, his mobility, getting down the field, you know, pushing elite pass rushers wide around the pocket like Aiden Hutchinson. So he had a very good game, and it was definitely nice to see him step up when Josh Simmons is gone. But I also would love to maybe put him at right tackle instead of Juwan Taylor. I don't know. But Travis Kelce also looked very, very good, man. You know, he was reliable. You know, his hands were showing. He was running great routes. He caught six of 7 targets for 78 yards. And six of 7 targets, yeah. He caught 6 of 7 targets for 78 yards and nearly scored before landing awkwardly near the goal line. But it's whatever with that, you know. Rashee Rice, he's going to return. And I just can't wait to see how his return shapes everything out. But obviously, it's good to know that when you do need Kelce, he's going to show up. Brian Cook and Chamari Connor also looked very good. Probably had their best games in the season. They combined for 21 tackles. They was tackling very well. And their closing speed was on point. So they looked very good. Patrick Mahomes, like I said, man, nobody has been better than Patrick Mahomes this year. And I love how confident and comfortable he looks behind this offensive line. And every time the Chiefs have had a good offensive line, it's been some great results. So don't be surprised we go to another Super Bowl, bro. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, man. And I love what the receivers been doing, too. You know, like when Mahomes scrambles, they're finding their way open. Sunday night, Mahomes threw the ball to 8 different receivers for catches, including all 3 running backs as well. So Mahomes looked very, very good. You know, he was efficient, and he played well. He played like an MVP. No doubt about that. Andy Reid, he's been looking very good as well. Like, Andy Reid's been making his team look good. Offensively, this team is looking very, very nice. And like I said, I can't wait to see what happens next week, bro. But Harrison Butker, it's been ugly for him. It's been ugly for Harrison Butker. You know, an extra point pool wide left. But it's like, dang, man. I don't know, bro. He's 78% on field goals this season and 82% on extra points. And mind you, we paid him well. So I need to see Harrison Butker get back to that form, because right now Harrison Butker looks, you know, not like Harrison Butker, and that's not a good thing. But this Super Bowl push is definitely gonna do us numbers. You know, it's gonna do us numbers. Like, what I'm saying, do us numbers, meaning like Patrick Mahomes is gonna go crazy. You know, we're gonna love what we see out of this Chiefs team. We're gonna have fun watching this team. It's gonna be good for the rest of the year, man. Trust me. We definitely gonna get that justice for last year's Super Bowl as well. Cause we gonna win it this time that we go. Cause we are gonna go. This revenge tour is hitting. Like I said, Rashee Rice is nice. It's not no regular guy. He's a dog. He served his 6-game suspension already. You know, and now he's ready. Now he's ready to go out there and cook everybody. Trust me, he's gonna cook everybody he runs into. He suffered a torn LCL, which required surgery. Now it's after Mahomes collided into him, obviously. But now, bro, the excitement has to be real. The excitement has to be real, bro. Because they put a 30 ball without him. They put up 30 points without him twice. So now imagine when he comes back. Oh, my God, this team's about to be in full form. Remember, against the Chargers, Xavier Worthy was injured. That's another reason why we lost against the Chargers. We didn't have no Worthy. And against the Eagles, I don't think we had him either. And if we did, he got hurt. Something happened. Yeah, we didn't have him against the Eagles, I don't think as well. So, just a tough start, man. But this team's about to be at full strength. And I just can't wait, bro. The 19th just can't come any faster. Like, it has to hurry up.